You're getting me in my car because I just feel like talking while I drive. Just because, my car's a mess. So, anyway, a little thing I just want to say is, I didn't read the Bible, and I kind of actually wish I did. I have it now, and I plan on reading it because I want to know what it's saying, right? I want to know, because I hear a lot of people are comparing what's going on right now in our real world, in our physical world. Sounds a lot like what they reveal in the Bible, in the book of Revelations. And, there's things going on and stuff, lots of catastrophes all around the world, lots of heartache, lots of destruction, and, attacks on humans. And I think it's interesting, so that's why, I really, really want to get into it, and I'd like to read it, because I want to know what it's saying. And, I'm not religious, I never did go to church or anything like that, but I do believe I'm spiritual. And when I say spiritual, I just mean I realize that there is a higher power than us, and I realize that, we are really technically all connected together as one, and thoughts and stuff like that really do create things in our lives and stuff. Thank you. And it's important that we realize this, for the simple fact that think about the times when have you ever thought of something, and then when you think of that something, it actually ends up happening? We manifest stuff. We're so electrical and so powerful that, it's actually it's mind-boggling, really, to say the least. It's actually mind-boggling because we don't even know our full potential. It's been hidden from us all these years. It's been hidden. And I think that that's fucking stupid. I really think that that's stupid. But when you know the way that the world is working and the way that the world is going on and stuff, then it's not stupid, because they're using this to their advantage. And they know how powerful we are. They know how powerful they are. So they use that. The problem is we need to get everybody on that same page that, we need to realize that we are that powerful. I don't know how, I wish, gosh, I'd have to read a thesaurus or something just so I can learn extra words, better words, other words, whichever. But really, if you think about it, even last night, for example, I was getting ready to go have a shower, and I asked Emily if she had a towel, and she's like, yeah, I do. And now my kids are seriously powerful manifestors. They're so powerful. Oh, rest in peace, you poor little animal, whatever you were. Oh man, they're so powerful, because I know that a lot of people will maybe think, oh, that's just a coincidence that it happened or whatever. But I don't really honestly believe that there's any such thing as coincidences. I don't think coincidence is a real thing. I think that it's actually super real that we can make things happen with our minds. And, dude, chill. So, anyhow, back to this little story. Emily was getting ready, or I was going to get in the shower, asked Emily if she had a towel, and she was like, I do, but just don't put it on the floor. And I laughed, because I'm like, okay, why would I put a towel on the floor? My house is loaded with dog fur. I got 2 dogs right now that are shedding from their summer fur to transition to their winter fur. So they're pretty hairy right now, and everything in my house is pretty hairy. And it doesn't matter how much I vacuum it, it doesn't go away that easy. I try to brush the dogs, but they hate it. Anyway, long story short, I keep going off the topic. She asked me not to put the towel on the floor because she didn't want it to get full of fur, and I was like, come on now. I'm not going to put the towel on the floor, because she obviously wanted to use it after I was using it. But, so she was in my room when she said that, and then she goes and leaves my room. Jersey was up on my bed, and Jersey ran after her and dragged the towel on the floor. Just like that. It was so funny. But see, the problem is like by telling people that story that, oh, it was just a dog running off the bed. Why can't you open your mind to the possibility that stuff like that is actual possible? Like, it's actually possible, and stuff like that can happen. You know, like, what's this guy doing? Okay, you're going, I'll go. Okay, so, it's real, man. Manifesting stuff is so real. Like, real. Our thoughts, it doesn't matter what you think, you're sending stuff out to the universe constantly. And if you're always in this lack of mindset that, you know, you don't have money, you don't have that, I can't do this, I can't buy that because I don't have enough money, you're just creating that kind of life for yourself. If you think in your mind and you just spend your money like, you know, I got this money, I'm going to spend it, and I just don't care, because when I spend it, it just comes back to me anyway. You know, that's the way that I've been for a very long time. Yeah, I know I'm still not sitting on my big fat check of $1 million or whatever, but it's coming. I know it's coming. Just a matter of when. And you know what, though? The matters of when and whatnot, you don't think of those. You're not supposed to wonder, when is it going to happen? Is this going to happen to me soon? Is this going to happen? Because the longer and the more you think about that, about when and how, you're just pushing it. You're pushing it along, and it's not going to come to you, because you're constantly in that thought. So if you just think about it and then let it go, then when you let that go, that's that. It's bound to come to you. I remember one time Cody, he was in class. I've said this story so many times, but it's so, man, this one gets me. He was in class, and they asked him, they were drawing something, draw something that you want, or something like that. And he was like, he drew a picture of a green trampoline, and it was, to me, it was amazing, because I'm like, man, he just drew this green trampoline. I didn't think anything of the trampoline, because it was just in his journal. Pardon me. But then I'd say, I think it was like maybe a year or 2 years after or something. My concept of time sucks really, really bad. So it was like a little while after the fact that he drew this trampoline, that a friend of mine was moving from a house into an apartment, and she had a trampoline. She had to get rid of it because she didn't have room, and she couldn't bring it, obviously, because it's an apartment. So she asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, yeah, sure, the kids would love that. So she gives me the trampoline. It's cool. We set it up, and then, like, I don't know, a couple weeks later, I'm like going through my room in my boxes or something, looking for something, and when I was looking through, I found one of Cody's journals. And I love, whenever I find them, I love to flip through them. I love to look at them, and I love to see what they wrote and said when they were younger. So I'm going through this journal, and I'm flipping through the pages, and holy shit, Batman. My boy drew a green trampoline. My boy manifested that green trampoline into his reality. And just think about it for a second. How often do you see a green trampoline? Like, I don't think I have ever seen a green trampoline until the day that we got one. They're usually blue. I thought that was pretty powerful. And anyway, our thoughts are super strong. And once you realize this and realize what we are capable of, then it might make the rest of the world, what's going on around you, make more sense. Because that's the only way I can think to make sense of it. They're attacking us in so many ways. I hope you all see that soon. I love you. Have a super day. I'm going to Chapters to my book.